Yes, people, welcome back to the Kempy MFL channel, which can do a very quick video today on a quick little recap on the season with the teams. And you can see straight away with the teams, it's not gone very well. Sadly, with New York Ardent, we managed to bottle it last season. We managed to get to the playoffs after finishing second in the league, which was a really, really good season, considering we were predicted to come in sixth. But in the playoffs, sadly, lost the first game and lost to Trust the Process, who ended up then going to lose to SS Reyes. So sadly, we are still in the Spark division. With Shizuka Raycon, we had a really good end to the season with back-to-back games unbeaten, but ended up coming in sixth place, just 2 points off getting into the playoffs, which is a real shame for this club. So sadly, not going to be going up to the Stone division with these, but I'm fine with that because we'll go from my agency in just a little bit. Matsuyama Tamashi, a club that was meant to get battered in every game, finished the season with a win, which is really good. We managed to get 3 wins, 3 draws, 16 losses, of course, and a 64 goals against, only 19 for. But this was completely a farm club and was actually really good in terms of progression. And then Cusco Espirito. Now, we didn't end up doing a watch along because sadly I was in the office working, but we did go through and win the big Aspirants Cup. We managed to get a cup win this season compared to last season. We bottled it with New York Ardent this year. Pablo Carvajal. I mean, he's a bit of a club legend at this point, an absolute hero. Managed to go through and do absolute wonders for us, which is fantastic. And ended up winning this game 3-0 and lifted another trophy into our HQ. Speaking of that, we of course have the winner of that. We have the golden boot for Richard Turku in the Ice League. Someone who has been a controversial figure in the Kempy HQ. Ended up getting a golden boot, which is fantastic. Of course, Carvajal with the Aspirants Cup golden boot as well. So season 8, it was okay. Sadly, no promotions, but a cup win and some really big learnings for the game. That is what I'll go with because I learned why I love MFL. Player progression and having pretty much first owner players. So I've cleared house and sold a lot. We have ended up going away heavily from the players which we ended up buying. And I built sort of an agency of players which either I have pack pulled or that I have built a connection to, like Richard Turku or Victorio Andrade, who, by the way, has now tier broken and is up to a 66 overall, which is fantastic. Obviously got into tier jail starting at 61 last year, but still managed to break it, go up to 66, which is fantastic. In terms of progression, we sadly now can't see that, but if we go to last 4 weeks, will be kind of what it was last season. 3 for Andrade, 3 for Byrne, 3 for Russo, 3 for Pinheiro, including a tier break, 3 for Carrasco, 3 for Todorov, 2 for Lopez, who tier broke, 2 for Grigoric, 1 for Turku, 1 for Bartholomew, 1 for Fidelis, who's a 21-year-old right back, 1 for Alvarado, 1 for Mackie, 1 for Gutierrez as well. And then the other thing we want to talk about in terms of our agency is the ages of the players. We've had 2 players that are officially retiring, but thank God our starting left back, Daniel, is not. It is our backup wing backs in Zaduma and backup centre back in Bryson, who are clearly there to make up the numbers. And now lots has happened on MFL over the last couple of weeks, most notably the marketplace. The market has very much crashed on MFL. Clubs currently you can pick up for like $40, which is really, really cheap. Which I understand people are a little bit worried about it. I completely get it. But as I've always said of MFL, invest what you want to invest. And it is really a game to have fun. I do believe, though, there is a big change happening with the trial clubs. I think a lot of people will play the game and realise why loads of people love playing the game and will end up coming into the game, investing, and the market will pick back up again. That's, of course, not financial advice. That is purely just me saying what I hope and what I think will happen with the game, because they have got a really good game they've built. It's just, I think the market was really, really high. I mean, players were going for like $200 because they were 16 and 70 rated, which is just crazy. So it's come down a lot more, which I think also is good at getting new players into the game because the price point to enter was quite high. I do think this needs to be dropped down a little bit, the actual entrance with packs. I think pack value does need to come down a bit as well. And that is all feedback I have said to the guys at MFL. because it currently doesn't really make too much sense to spend, say, $50 on a standard pack if you could pull a 25-year-old centre-back who's 65 rated and sell him for probably $5. So value-wise, things need to alter a little bit because of the current state of the market, but hopefully that's something they end up doing. If this is your first ever MFL video you have watched, there is a link down in the description you can click on. 348655 is the code to use on the game. And I would recommend getting involved, because if you have always wanted to get involved, there is a free trial period coming out next season where you can get involved for completely free. And there's a video coming out tomorrow explaining exactly how you can play the game for free, pick up players for free, or pick up players in the $10 to $20 range to have a full squad, or spend $100 to $150 range and get a fantastic young squad. And that video is coming out tomorrow as you guys watch this. Just a very, very quick video today, just updating you on how things have been and getting back into the MFL grind of content. And potentially what we're going to do here is tomorrow we are going to get about 11,000 MFL, well, 10,500. You can see that up there. I'm not 100% decided what to do. I don't know whether I'm going to buy lots of common packs again, and just buy, say, 18 of these. I don't know if I'm going to open them or sell them. I'm not 100% sure. I'm also not sure if I'm potentially then going to do a video of opening, say, 50 of these and do a video and see what we get. Because obviously now there is also the pack marketplace out. If we go to price low to high, you can buy a common player for $3. So tomorrow I can probably make about $45 to $50 from my one season of playing MFL, which is really good in my opinion. Or I invest in these and I buy more of them, and we end up with another, say, 50 players in the agency and see what they do, because that's where I really enjoy the game. Of course, the risk is you get someone here like Fabrice, who's a 39 rated 27-year-old right back and completely rubbish. But obviously the upside is where I found enjoyment in the game of bringing up players that I have pack pulled, and that's just where I'm having a lot more fun. I have just recorded a video where I spoke about this, so watch tomorrow's video as well as today's, and you'll get where I'm going with in the agency. I have made some sales, like T-Bolt sold for $4.50, or like Fabre, who was a pack pull player who I just never really clicked with, and to be honest was way too good for our agency, so we have gone and sold him. I am also looking to sell Nixon Frere as well, going for $80, a 21-year-old 76 rated central midfielder. We'll end up selling him or loaning him out at some point. But other than that, our agency is pretty much trimmed down to where I want it. I've got players which I've now got a connection with, and I found last season, especially at New York Arden, is where I really started to enjoy the game. And that's where I found the passion come in, is when players were mine, I had a connection to them rather than just trying to buy the league. That's where it was really fun. So hopefully next season we'll do the same thing, which is why there could potentially be another club on the horizon as well. But we'll do a full season 9 preview when we get to that point, probably next week this time. But for now, that has been it. That is the season 8 review, and tomorrow you'll get how to start an MFL club for completely free. And it's going to be a very, very exciting day for everyone onboarding. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys next time.